皆さんこんにちは。今回は、ショーン・ジッテル氏とファイトハブ TV による、ブルース・シュシュ・キャリントン選手のインタビューを翻訳した動画をお届けします。キャリントン選手は、7月26日にニューヨークのマディソン・スクエアガーデンシアターで、マテウス・ヘイタ選手と WBC 暫定フェザー級王座をかけて対戦し、見事大座の判定勝ちを収め、暫定王座を獲得しました。今回ご紹介するインタビューは、その試合前に収録されたもので、動画では、キャリントン選手が、井上尚弥選手や、ニック・ボール選手について語っている部分を中心に翻訳しています。それでは、ご覧ください。
It was interesting listening to Inoue, because we talked after Inoue's fight with Cardenas, and you gave your assessment, but his dad, Shingo Inoue, when he went back to Japan, he said, I don't know if we're going to do that Nick Ball fight because my son likes to fight for the knockout. And we could do 26 right now if he would agree to just box and move and outpoint these featherweights. But I know how my son is. He wants to knock people out. So since that's how he wants to fight, we got to take our time going to 26. What do you think of that assessment from Papa Inoue? And second part to that question, Bruce, what if he were to fight you the way he's like that style that his dad's talking about that he prefers, the way he fought Cardenas? How would it look if he fights you in that style?
So to your first question, his dad just knows that he's not ready. And I don't know if he'll ever be ready, to be honest, because it's not just about the fighting style. The man is small, and these guys at 126 are punching. And I don't know if his punch resistance can be able to withstand, the way we're punching up here at 26. It is a big difference. Granted, it's only like 4 pounds. It may seem that way, but it's a big difference, man. I promise you.
ファイトハブ TV のインタビューでは、この4ポンド、つまり約 1.8 キロの違いについて詳しく語られています。
I know, like this time, like last year, there was a lot of talk about, you and Inoue, and I feel like since then it's kind of died down a little bit because, Inoue's on his own path. He has, a few big fights coming up, but when prepping for this, I was kind of like, whoa, what happened? Like, where's all this talk of Shu Shu and Inoue? Like, what happened? We got to like start building it up again.
Yeah, you know what it is? It's that people are starting to really realize that Inoue is just maybe just too small for 26. He got knocked down against Luis Neri. He got knocked down against Cardenas. If you go up into 26, you're fighting guys that's much stronger, much bigger than he is, and that could possibly take his punches even better. So there's a certain degree of difficulty that Inoue might not be able to pass. People are starting to feel that. They're starting to see that. So the talks are starting to kind of go into whispers. And even Inoue, he's showing less interest of going up. I think after his last fight, in the post-press conference, he mentioned that if he continues to make weight as comfortable as he is at 22, he's going to stay there. And it just is what it is.
Do you think this weight class is his limit, 122?
I think it should be. I ain't gonna lie. I think it should be. Now, if he wants to be ambitious and become 26, I'm here. But if I'm being realistic and I'm seeing the things like the way I'm seeing them, like I can't see him being comfortable at 26. Granted, he'll beat some people at 26. Might even be the champion for sure. But is he going to be comfortable with 26? I doubt it.
Yeah, and you would think like, oh, it's only just 4 pounds. That's not a lot.
Makes a big difference. Trust. And that's why the weight classes are here for a reason.
How does it make a big difference to someone who's kind of like hearing this and be like, yo, dude, like how? It's 4 pounds. Like what?
Yeah, because certain people are built as naturally a certain way. Certain people that would be fighting at 26, that might be coming down from 50 something or like in the high 40s just to come down to 26. People at 22, they might be coming down from mid 40s or early 40s to come down to 22. So that is the real weight difference. It's not 4 pounds of the fighting weight. It's the weight that when they're not training or when they're not in camp, that's how you size that up. And that makes the biggest difference. Then you just have to think like, dang, if a person at 22 have to cut down from like, early 40s, but a guy from 26 got to cut down from high 40s, maybe even 50s. Because I heard some guys like I know to get that big, but I heard some guys that come down from the 50s to fight at 26.
Jeez.
And Inoue has to fight that? No.
Mm.
The punch resistance is going to be, they're going to tolerate his punches way more than he's used to. And his punch resistance that I've seen even at 22 is not that well. And I don't know if he'll be able to hang it for 26.
Yeah, because one of the questions is like, hey, how far out are we from like you against Inoue? But then I started thinking like, well, I don't think it's a Shu Shu question. I think it's an Inoue question because it's like we don't like look how he's done at 22. He's looking more and more vulnerable.
Yeah, we're starting to see that.
Yeah, and then this Nakatani. Well, MJ is going to be a good fight for him. Let's see what happens because MJ can crack. And, maybe some people will favor MJ, but I feel like maybe that's a 55-45 fight for Inoue. But, like, you look at Nakatani, even though Nakatani's a weight division below, he's a big guy. Like, when I've had a chance to see both of them in person, Nakatani's bigger than Inoue.
Yeah, well, 100%. Inoue is like 5'4", I think. And Nakatani's my height. You know what I'm saying? So, yeah, he kind of, like, looks like he towers over Inoue. And, I don't know how Inoue would be able to stack up against that fight. I don't know if he would get past it. And Nakatani is undefeated, young, hungry, shows a lot of confidence, rangy, throws a lot of great combinations. Man, like there's a lot that I like about that guy. And listen, man, if Inoue is not the one to move up to come to 26 and do some damage, hey, Nakatani, we welcome you with open doors, open arms.
You're still
just the way how I spar these guys at 122, 126. I don't like the power is 100% different. But if he was to fight, you said if he was to fight me the way he fought Cardenas or the way he's okay. No, if he would have fought me that way, then I genuinely don't think that him getting up from that knockdown that he had, I don't think that he would have lasted another round or two because I'm a finisher. You know what I'm saying? Like when I get a guy down and hurt, like I'm gonna get him out. I'm out of there. And when me and him fight, or if me and him was to ever fight, it will be like just bombs. We were just throwing, but it'll be very tactical, very very tactical type of fight. And but I genuinely don't believe he'll be able to withstand my pressure, my punches. The thing is, it's crazy. Say whatever you want. But me, I have an eye. I have a real eye for this game. Cardenas had certain momentum to where he could have been able to beat Inoue. He had the knockdown going for him, right? But then Cardenas just started to go haymakers. Inoue started to respect his power a little bit and started to fight in the back foot for a little bit. And Inoue never likes to fight on the back foot. He never really likes to fight like that. He likes to fight on the front foot. And when Cardenas would throw his punches and combinations together, it would kind of like freeze Inoue from time to time. If you are able to maintain that level of respect, you'll be able to have your way with Inoue. You'll be able to have your way. And Cardenas let it through. I think he just got too caught up in trying to get the one punch, knocked down again. And, but it was just done poorly. It was done so poorly. And, Inoue showed his championship edge, but me, I would not fall for that. Me, I know to just keep my, foot on the gas and apply that pressure. And then one round after the next, he's going to fold.
I really appreciate you sinking your teeth into it, Bruce, as opposed to just, hey, Matthias Hayter, we'll talk into it. Like, I
Nah, bro, nah. I'm tired of, like, doing the little cookie cutter type thing. Like, I'm tired of it, honestly. If I really wanted to, like let it be known how I truly feel and, how I look at certain fighters, how I feel about certain fighters and what the game looks to me in my eyes at this point. And I just don't like it. I don't like how these guys are like holding on to their titles and trying to fight, guys like Sam Goodman, 122-pounder. You know what I'm saying? Like, and instead of fighting guys like me, and I'm over here like really showing you why I deserve to fight a guy like you, and you fighting, lesser opponents, man. I just don't respect it. I don't like it. I don't respect it. It's not alpha. It's very beta. You know what I'm saying? It's very beta. And it's just something I don't respect.
サム・グッドマン選手の名前が出ていることから、これはニック・ボール選手についての話であることがわかります。ファイトハブ TV のインタビューでは、キャリントン選手とニック・ボール陣営のやりとりについて語られています。
Well, I don't want to blame the opponents because I really respect the fighter's mentality, for the most part. So I want to blame their team. Their teams, they're trying to find easier routes for their clients or whatever to get to a world title or to maintain the championship status. And they know that I'm a big threat. They know that as of right now, when it comes to the champions, I'm high risk, low reward. When it comes to the top contenders, I'm high risk and I guess low reward because they're also a fight away, or their next fight could be a title shot as well, as me. We're all in the same boat. But they just don't want to test themselves and prove that they deserve to fight for a title by going through me.
Can you name some names?
Nick Ball. Nick Ball
okay.
does not want to fight me. Well, all of the champions, bro. To be honest, all of the champions, they're all saying the same thing. That like high risk award, whatever. It's crazy. The craziest one for me so far is Nick Ball's team because they asked for $2 million, and some months ago, and, we was like, okay, well, we'll table this conversation. Months come by, we have the $2 million, and then they were like, oh no, like they still said no. So they let me know that the $2 million wasn't the issue. I felt like they probably thought that the $2 million was not going to be produced, and put on the table. And then when it finally was, we called their bluff, and we saw that they wasn't really confident on pulling the trigger to fight me. So, but yeah, all of those guys, man.
Okay, so with Nick Ball, then after you guys did the counter offer and said, hey, we actually have the money to make this fight, they just flat out said, oh, we're not interested.
Yeah, basically, that's basically what it was. Like they have a different route, and as of right now, I'm not in their plans. It just is what it is. That's why they're fighting Sam Goodman next.
Okay, yeah, because
Do you think he beats Nakatani? Do you think he makes it to 26, still undefeated? Still the undisputed 22, or is Nakatani gonna take that from him?
I don't know. That fight, I'm actually mad about it because I don't want Nakatani to beat him.
You and all the featherweights are like, Nakatani, man, don't mess. We want our
He's
shot.
messing up the bag, man. He is it's possible he can do it. It's possible. It's very possible he can do it. Nakatani's a great fighter. I like him. I like him a lot. I'm very interested to see how his power goes up into 2022. But I don't think he'll have a problem. He has a great size for it. He does have enough power. Great style. Very smart. Very tactical. I'm really interested to see how Inoue fights, with him and with that height and everything. Nakatani's like 5'8". He's actually not that tall, but maybe for that weight class, I guess.
At 118, that's tall. Yeah. Right.
Yeah, But yeah, man. I really it's gonna be a tough fight. It's gonna be a tough fight, very interesting. But I still want Inoue to win so he can, continue to, build his interest in moving up to 126.
I gotta close on you. I don't want to close on Kada. I want to close on Bruce Carrington. If you win this fight, that would mean let's just say hypothetically, Fulton Foster, they're staying at 30. The champion's not, Fulton's not coming back to 26, win or lose. That would mean it's you, Angelo Leo, Espinoza, Nick Ball. Obviously you're gonna have you at 1, but rank the 4 belt holders, and then lastly on that, the part 2 is give me, if it's up to you, you beat Hayda, what's next? Plot out the course. Top 4, and then plot out the course, and we out of here. Thank you, Bruce.
All right, so me, yeah, like you said, 1 and everything, but I do believe that it's kind of like it's teetering between Espinoza and Nick Ball for me. I feel like Nick Ball, he knows how to perfectly use his size in terms of him being small to his advantage and being a bully. But then also with Espinoza, he is that anomaly of a guy to where he's just such a tall featherweight, and he's such a problem with that. So it's kind of like neck and neck. But I think on a business side, I have to give it to Nick Ball, just because he probably would be the most lucrative fighter in the division.
and then Espinoza, and then Leo for sure. And then to your second question, to map it out, I would love to, being that we're locked in more so on the WBC side, with the interim title coming up, I would love to fight the winner of Ray Vargas and Carlos Castro to fight for the world title.
エイバルガス対カルロス・カストロの試合は、当初8月16日に予定されていた、ジャーボンテイ・デイビス対ラモン・ローチのアンダーカードとして組まれると予想されていましたが、現在はデイビス選手の引退騒動もあり、どうなるかは不透明です。デイビス選手についてですが、イギリスのスポーツメディア、トークスポーツが投稿したニュースによると、トレーナーのケニー・エリス氏が自身の SNS で、いつものごとくフェイクニュースだ、と否定しました。そして、彼がリポストした記事によると、この情報の出所はリック・グレーザー氏だとされています。グレーザー氏は、プロモーターやマッチメーカー、交渉人、コンサルタントとして活動しており、ラリー・ホームズ、ロベルト・デラン、レノックス・ルイス、ヘクター・カマチョといった名チャンピオンたちにも関わってきた人物とされています。そんな彼ですが、複数の情報筋から、デイビス選手が引退をほのめかしているという話をつかんだようです。ただし、こればかりは本人の口から聞かないことにはわかりませんね。なお、イングマガジンによると、デイビス選手とローチ選手の再戦は現在8月23日か30日に開催を調整中とのことですが、ローチ選手は、この再戦はそもそも実現しないと思っていると発言しているようです。
And then we could unify any which way. We could, any, many, money, more. It don't matter. I want to be able to unify and then become one of the best to ever do it in featherweight division.
Lewis Ott for the Ring magazine, delighted today to be joined with the WBA featherweight world champion Nick Ball as he defends his title August 16th against Sam Goodman in Saudi Arabia. Nick, it's good to be speaking to you as always, mate. How's things? How are you?
All good, yeah. Training's going well for the fight, just ready to go out now Saturday, so looking forward to it, yeah.
Obviously, typical question, but yeah, I guess sort of how our preparation's been. You kept active.